This is part 2 of the percent solution video that I've created for Math 109, hoping to give you a little bit better understanding of how to do percent solutions. We're going to look at number 7, and number 7 states, remember, again, I can't say it enough, percent solution. When you see percent solution, you know that you are talking about grams over milliliters, okay? That's how you have to express your percent. So we have in number 7, how many milliliters of a 3% sodium chloride solution contains 600 milligrams of NaCl. So notice what they gave us. They gave us the percent, and they gave us the milligrams, but they did not give us the milliliters. And this one works a little bit backwards from the ones we've done already. These are the ones I like the least because they work a little backwards. Remember that a 3% solution would mean 3 what? You right, you know it, 3 grams over 100 milliliters. So that's the first key. We're starting with, or we're given, in dimensional analysis, start with what you're given, 600 milligrams. So we have 600 milligrams over 1. Now, think about this problem. Remember, percent solution has to be in grams or milliliters, because if I now try to put in my percent solution here, notice there is no milligrams because I need grams for percent solution. So I can't use this until I change this to grams. How do I change milligrams to grams? You know how to do this. Which one's bigger? The gram. Put a 1 there. How many milligrams are in a gram? On the chart, Kiss Hairy Dogs but Drink Chocolate Milk Mom, it was 3 away. That's 3 zeros. So we have 1,000 milligrams. Whoops, and let me actually erase that. Oh, goodness, these pens are something else. Okay. Now, that crosses out our milligrams, and we're left with grams. Now, are we able to use our percent solution? Yes, because we can use now our 3 grams over 1,000 milliliters. But notice our grams is up here. So we have to put our grams down here and our milliliters in the numerator. And what do we have? We have 3 grams and 100 milliliters. Grams cross out, and we're left with milliliters, which is what they wanted. How many milliliters? Multiply straight across, and you're going to get 600 times 100 gives you 60,000. Because there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros. And we have, or sorry, there's 4 zeros, my mistake. And then we have 1 times 1,000 times 3, which is 3,000. Cross off your end zeros, and we end up with 3 into 60 goes 20. 20 what? 20, that's right, milliliters. So see, the only thing different with this problem is that we had our percent solution kind of upside down. We're used to putting grams over milliliters. It doesn't matter in dimensional analysis. Be guided by the units that you have. Know that's what you have to follow to put a cross at the bottom denominator. Let's look at another one. Now, in this problem, you're going to see some new terminology. You're going to see this. Determine how many milliliters of 1 to 10,000 epinephrine solution will contain 0.0005 grams of epinephrine. Obviously, I'm not a medical person. Okay, when you see that terminology, excuse me, that means we have 1 over 10,000. And the units will always be, when you see the dot there, the units are grams over milliliters, just like the percent solution. Whenever you see the dot, right here, the ratio sign, the colon, you know that it is grams over milliliters. So if we divide that out, 1 divided by 10,000, we're going to get 0.00001. And change that to a percent, and you will get 0.01%, which is the same as 0.01 grams over 100 milliliters. So we just reduced it and then changed it back to the form that we're used to. Go back to what we started with. They're starting us with, notice we have grams and we have to find milliliters. We start with 0.0005 grams over 1, because that's what's given, and we use our percent strength. Grams would go down here, milliliters would go up here. And we have 0.01 and we have 100. So we end up with 0.5 over 0.01, which equals 5 milliliters, because your grams cancel. So for this solution, if it has this 0.005 grams, you would have to add it to 5 milliliters of solution in order to get this percent strength, written as a different way with a colon. Okay, let's try another one. See what we can come up with here for number 9. Number 9. How many milliliters of 20% serum albumin solution will contain 60 grams of serum albumin? Okay, we're trying to find milliliters. We have a 20% solution and we start with 60 grams. We know that the 20% solution or percent strength is equal to 20 what? Grams over 100 milliliters, always. So let's take what we're given, 60 grams over 1 times, follow your units. Grams has to go down here. The only other information we have is our percent strength. So 20 grams goes down here, and 100 milliliters goes up here. We're using our percent strength. Cross out your grams, and you get 6,000 milliliters over 20, which gives you 300 milliliters. So you would need 300 milliliters of solution, and if you added 60 grams to it, you would get a 20% solution. Okay, number 10. Describe how you would prepare 1,000 milliliters of a 2% solution of iodine from a 100% solution of iodine. Okay, we have a 2% solution. 2% solution means we have what? 2 grams over 100 milliliters. And we're given, 1,000 milliliters right here over 1 times, line up your units using your percent strength, milliliters, grams. We have 100 and we have 2 grams, multiply across, and you're going to get 2,000 grams over 100 milliliters, which equals 20 milliliters. Okay, let's try 11. You must prepare. Let's see if I can get us to move down to number 11. It's a little bit tricky here. Number 11. You must prepare 400 milliliters of a 2%, so we're given milliliters, and a 2% solution. How would you prepare it? You'll notice there are 3 parts of information. There's usually grams, there's milliliters, and then there's the percent solution. You're usually left with one of them. You don't know. You have to find it. But you use the same information over and over again. So, excuse me, start with your 400 milliliters because that's what's given. Put it over 1 times, what's our 2% mean? 2% solution means 2 grams over 100 milliliters. So let's line it up. Our milliliters goes here, which means our grams goes here. Use this percent, so you have 2 over 100. Milliliters cross out, and we're going to end up with grams. So 400 times 2 divided by 100 is going to be 8 grams. Think about that. You have 8 grams over 400. 8 grams over 400 milliliters. If you divide that out, you're going to get 2%. They all work together. Lastly, number 12. Ensure is supplied in 12-ounce cans. How would you prepare 720 milliliters of a half-strength Ensure? A half strength, 1/2 strength. 1/2 is 0.5 strength, which is what percent? Go to the right too. 50% strength. See, that one's a tricky one. I don't like those problems. How would you prepare 720 milliliters? 720 milliliters over 1 times, what do we have with a 50% strength? 50 grams over 100 milliliters. And that's going to divide out to 360 milliliters. So hopefully this is helping you understand percent strength in a better way.